For 33 years, one man lived completely alone on a remote island. No neighbors, no shops, no traffic, just the sound of the sea. This is the story of Mauro Morandi, often called Italy's Robinson Crusoe. Mauro was born in 1939, and for years he worked as a teacher. In 1989, Mauro set out on a sailing trip, aiming for Polynesia. His boat broke down near Budelli Island in Sardinia. What started as an accident became his destiny. He fell in love with the place and decided to stay. Mauro lived in a small hut, surviving with solar power, rainwater collection, and supplies brought from Sardinia. He became a self-appointed caretaker, protecting the island from tourists who often damaged the fragile ecosystem. He rarely had visitors, except the occasional curious traveler, journalists, or filmmakers. Soon after, he met the former caretaker who was retiring. Mauro simply took over the role. For Mauro, solitude was never loneliness. He said, "Many think I am escaping life. I am not. I am living it in another way." Mauro lived a minimalist, self-sufficient life, reading, writing, and reflecting on society's disconnection from nature. He described himself not as a hermit, but as someone who wanted to live differently, away from materialism. He often said, "I want to teach people how to see beauty." But in 2013, Budelli became part of a national park. Authorities said no one could live there permanently. Mauro resisted eviction for years, until finally in 2021, at age 82, he was forced to leave. Leaving Budelli felt like a second shipwreck. But even off the island, Mauro continued sharing his message about protecting nature and living simply. Mauro Morandi lived 33 years alone on an island, not running away from life, but discovering a different way to live it. His words remain, "People waste time chasing money. I prefer to waste time watching the sun." On January 2, 2025, at the age of 85, Mauro passed away. But his life reminds us that sometimes the greatest adventure is not found in wealth or fame, but in solitude, simplicity, and peace. Here are some of Mauro Morandi's most memorable quotes and philosophies. They really capture the way he thought about life, solitude, and nature. Solitude is not loneliness if you are in harmony with nature. I came here by chance, but I stayed by choice. Everything passes, except the sea and the sky. I have no possessions here. The island possesses me.